All right, we are on the air. This is the famous, soon to be famous Cindy Martini, who's going to be setting up a new list in an autoresponder, in this case an Aweber, which is not so different from other autoresponders, but we're doing it right now so that we can get the HTML code that we need to put into lead pages. And that is the same thing you have to do. Basically, anytime that you're putting a form into a web page, or you want to be able to collect a name, email address, or a phone number, and/or phone number, you need a form. And to create the form, you're doing it here in an autoresponder, and that form is typically associated with a list. So we've also got Charlie here to make sure that we don't get off track too much. Charlie Harmon up in Oregon, Cindy in South Carolina, and me, Rob Tepper, here. So Cindy, you're actually doing the work there, right?
Yes, sir.
We're looking
You
at your
tell me where
screen.
to go.
All right, so we are in Aweber, so we decided that we need a new list because we're creating an ad and a funnel that is associated with Christmas time. So we don't have any lists for Christmas, so create a list, that green button. And in Aweber, every list of every Aweber customer has to have a unique name. So come up with a name that you can remember that has something to do with the purpose under list name, and it just has to be unique. So there's actually some tools. In fact, lead pages is an example. Go ahead and just come up with something. There,
Give me my gift.
lead pages is an example where all you have to do is put in the name of the list. I'm sorry, not lead pages, another tool. My webinar tools that I was using, all you do is put in the name of the list, and you don't have to even put in the code because this is unique. Nobody can have the same name. So go ahead and click on enter, and it'll tell you if anybody has that name. Click on list description.
List description. Okay.
Okay, so it
So that
looks like it
it's
accepted it.
okay.
Yeah, that's huge. In fact, we
Yeah.
better get that domain
You,
name.
yes, you do. That's great. Give me my gift. All right. List description. This is going to be the Christmas list. Ad list. Is it with the ad?
Well, it's also MTTB, right? Christmas MTTB.
Okay. So Christmas MTTBs. Good idea. How's that?
Yeah, and then that's going to be the from name, so you can change that for you.
Um, is it going to be for me or is it?
That's up to you. This list is a new
How?
list. This is where that from name comes from on all the emails.
Okay, I prefer either the I am stars or the brain trust or
Charlie and
something
Cindy and Charlie. You could do
or the
whatever you want.
Tepper crew.
Could be.
You want to do what? What do you want to name it, Charlie? Help me out.
Well, we could do it as an IM Superstars.
Uh,
Autoresponders before, but I'm assuming they send out thank you letters and
right.
emails for those that sign up from.
Start the recorder, Charlie. Let me show you something. Then that is what the autoresponders.
All right. So you got that filled out. Now that's step one. If you scroll up to the top or the bottom, you'll see the bottom you can save. On the top, you can personalize your list. So click on number 2. Personalize your list.
And where did you say to go?
Personalize your list. Yeah, there, right there. Personalize your list up and to the right. Yes. Click on that. You did. Okay. So now, for company name, we can choose among many things. I've been using for this My Online Business Empire. The website URL, www.robtepper.com, use the HTTP, or give you an message. And I need to put more attention into my website, my several websites. Add in the HTTP. And right now,
Oh, I do.
none of this, the picture and stuff are not going to be used, but it's still good just to get it all set up. Email signature. I'll pause this
Can
for
I
a
steal it?
second.
Can I steal it for one of your
Yeah.
emails? Do you want the no talk soon, or do you want something else?
No, just the name.
Just okay. Okay.
And yeah, that's good enough for now. Sometimes I would say platinum partner, remote platinum partner.
Oh, you want to do that?
No, not here.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and look at the social media sharing. This is to share your posts. Anything that you send by email can actually get posted in your social media. I don't need that right now, but you see it already links to everything that you have set up. So all these different fan pages are associated with me. So go ahead and go to the bottom and keep going. Global text snippets is a powerful feature, but we're not using them right now. Save settings. So that's step 1 and 2. So now you've got step 3. What's on step 3?
Confirm opt-in.
Go there. This is very important. And so on the top choice, you can choose different options. Click on that where it says subject. I always choose the last option. Click on. I wish I didn't have to choose any of those, but that's the best, least intrusive out of all of them, so I always use that one. But also, we don't even send this message because we're not going to do a confirmed opt-in. But sometimes Aweber sends, sometimes even though you've set it up for not having to double opt-in, Aweber will still make people double opt-in, especially if it's coming from Facebook. So you do want this to be set up properly. So you can create a custom name there, a custom subject, but they would have to approve it, and anytime I've ever tried one, they've never approved it. So that's why I stick with that one. So
All right.
then you can edit the intro. By default, it says from the gimme my gift group, which is not right. So you're going to say from about your Christmas gift or whatever. We receive requests for information about whatever. This is where you need to be creative.
Receive your request for information from the gimme. Should I do the done for you in quotes?
Yep. Done for you system.
We receive your request for information from the done for you system before we.
About the done for you system, right?
If it don't make sense, he will not let it go.
That's Charlie.
Okay.
All right, so we got that. Now we're recording. We got all that. So the key is here that spend the time to think about this and scroll on down. Now you'll see you can choose to not require confirmation. Number 2, require opt-in on web forms, and I always turn that off. There's 2 schools of thinking on that, but I'm following my friend Jonathan Budd. He told me. So
Yep, I think that's a good person to follow.
don't need to say more. Now the confirmation success page URL is, what do you think that is?
It's a thank you page.
It's another thank you page, but this is a different thank you page because this is the page that they go to when they click on that confirmation link that we were just looking at up above, when they confirm that they want to be on your list. So again, it's not something that we expect that they're going to see because we're not going to require it, but at times Aweber will still require people to do that double opt-in, so they will see this. And where do you want to take them after they agree? I would say in our case, we want to take them to the video sales page, right?
Correct.
So let's put that link in.
And
all right, so now you've got the success page. Now go ahead and save settings.
okay.
And you see you can pass the subscriber information along That's something I never do, but it is what it sounds like. If you have their first name, that's the primary thing that you might want to pass into another form. Okay, so now it's all done. It's just those 3 steps, so now you're done. So now you've created the list. Now the next thing you have to do is you have to create a form. And wait a minute, why is it still saying default 319? Go ahead down to the bottom of basic information. I don't think you saved the information on that page yet. Basic settings.
Where
Save
is
settings.
that? Save settings. You need to look there. Oops. We're not doing that one, though. We decided not to do that.
No.
Give me my gift.
There you go.
There you
That's what
go.
we wanted. Okay, perfect. So now I'll go to the sign up forms. Now we've got to create a form. This is what if we already had the list, we could just be creating a new form for an existing list. So you can have many forms for a list. This is a new list and it's a new form. So click on that if you haven't already. If you have, click harder. Because it's not doing nothing. All right, create your first sign-up form. Now, this is the easiest thing in the world because of the way we're doing it, because we're actually not using the form. I mean, Aweber has an incredible capability to create beautiful forms, but we're not actually using their form. We're only using the, go ahead and create your first sign-up form, that green button. And all we really need is the form code that allows us to collect an email address. So we're going to start with the default form that comes up right now and scroll down. You'll see what it looks like. We're on step 1, which is design form. And you see that it's just asking for 2 things, name and email address. That's one more field than we want. But sometimes you'll want those 2, and if you want phone, you can add a field. But we want to just delete the name field for now. So go ahead up to the name, and as you scroll over it, it will allow you to delete it, X. And that's it. Go to step 2.
Now that is easy. That is great. I like that.
Okay, now you're going to...
Did you save it?
No, it'll make you
I
save
don't
it.
think she's.
Yeah, but it won't let you.
Oh, okay.
It'll always give you that choice. Now go ahead through this
Okay.
process, and again, you have to come up with a form name. The form name doesn't have to be unique. And then the thank you page and the already subscribed page. Go ahead and do that while I talk about those 2 things. So the thank you page is the next page that they go to after they click submit on the form. And the already subscribed page is the page that they go to if they, their name goes into the autoresponder and the autoresponder sees that they're already on that list. Now you could come back and tell them, you could take them somewhere else. But in our case, I'm happy to take everybody to that same page that we just put in there before, thousandsweekfromhome.com/mttb video. So you can just click on thank you page. You don't want to capitalize my. Give me my gift so it stands out, capital D M. And then on those pages, instead of basic version, what you're going to do is scroll down and you'll see you have a choice to customize, and you're just going to put in your own link for both of those.
All right, so where do I click?
On the arrow on the thank you page.
Custom page.
Yep.
Same one as before.
That's my recommendation.
My brain loves it.
What? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I heard that. Save your form.
Now do the same thing for the already subscribed page.
Double. Why did that do that?
You got it already put in the HTTP, so you got to delete the extra H at the beginning, and you got to delete the rest of that stuff there. Give an extra.
Oh. Okay.
HT, yeah, there you go.
All right.
Looks
Yeah,
good.
just click on scroll, show advanced settings, even though we're not going to do it right now, so you can see that there are some other things you can do. Actually, that's good. So you got the ad tracking, so when a lead goes on to the list, it's going to know on this list that that lead came through this form. So if we put a different form on a different opt-in page, we would have a different ad tracking code. That's what that's all about.
Cool.
And then you've also got the option again to pass on the form data. So if you did have their name, you can pass their name that way. Okay, so now when you try to go to step 3, it's going to tell you to save your form. So go ahead and do that, just so you can see. No, not that. All right, you can do that.
Sorry.
You don't like to follow my directions. I understand. All right,
No,
now go to step 3.
I don't know how to listen. I thought that's what you wanted me to do, not to go to step 3. I had to save my form so I can go to step 3. But anyway, hire the incompetent. They're fun to watch.
Did you click on go to step 3?
No.
Go ahead. No, you
Might as well let y'all have a laugh at it.
So the
Okay,
point
can
is
I
that if you hadn't saved it, it would have brought up a big, caution window. You must save your form. I wanted you to demonstrate that, but you just went and saved it. So that's fine. So now you just click on I will install my form. That's why we're doing all this, because you need that raw HTML code. So now click on raw
Yes.
HTML version. And by the way, what's showing is the JavaScript version, and this is the HTML. This is what Lead Pages needs, and sometimes this is typically what's needed, although this is way overkill for what it really needs. But you're doing the right thing. Copy that whole thing and go back to your Lead Pages.
Okay.
And you are
That's
done now, by the way, in Aweber, because you did save on step 2. You saved. Step 3, there's nothing to save. So now go up to Integration Settings and click on Aweber.
Aweber.
Click on the arrow so you can choose Aweber.
Okay, thank you. I was looking for it. Okay.
Now
And this
choose the
will.
list. Now choose the list. Now that's interesting. I don't even think you're going to have to put in the form code. Wow, that's changed. I don't know when that changed, but go ahead and find the list that you just created.
Which list are we? Our new list should be in there, right?
That better be. It's probably at the bottom. Nope, it's not at the bottom.
Nope.
So I forgot the name of it. Give me. So look for G.
It's give me my gift. Give me my gift. Did you see it, Charlie? I don't see
I
it.
haven't seen it yet.
Maybe I didn't do something right on Aweber.
Where it says using under Aweber, where it says using, and then it says refresh.
Oh.
Yeah, refresh. Are you?
Oh crap.
You're.
Oh, right here. Right
Not
here.
that one.
Down.
The next refresh.
Down.
That one.
There you go.
That should do it. But it's interesting. It is interesting. Maybe that I guess it loads at once. But in the past, I don't know if different forms do it differently. But in the past, we have had to put in the form code, but it doesn't look like it's going to require it this time. It looks like it's going to let us choose the list. In theory, that's all you should need is the list. Now, sometimes when this happens, it looks like it's still loading, but it's not.
All right.
So what you want to do is go to your other Lead Pages window.
Ah, it stopped.
Oh, good. So it looks like it did. So now you should be able to find the new list.
Yeah, it's at the bottom, and it's definitely different than it was. Ah, give me my gift. Which one do I do? Yep, this one, right?
It's your only choice. That's it. So you don't even have to put in the form code anymore. So that's what I was saying.
Cool.
Sometimes it's just the name of the list, and so that's all you needed. So now just click on Save, or customize this form, I guess.
It's a done deal.
Beautiful. And that
Cool.
is how we do it. It took us exactly 20 minutes to go through that, I think, excluding all of that extra fun time we had that the people that are listening are never going to have a chance to hear. But I think we can now conclude this video. Why don't you say some parting words first, Charlie, and then Cindy?
Thank you so much, Rob and Cindy, for showing me this. It's been very informative. I feel like I've uh, been through a school here, so thanks so
So
much.
you think you can do it now yourself?
I'm going to have to go through it a few more
More
times,
time.
but certainly I think I've got the knack of it. I think I can get it
I think I'm
easily now.
sure.
I think I can probably do it, but I might get a little slow in a couple areas just because it's familiar to me because of pure leverage and GVO, and I have some understanding of it, but there are a few little things different.
Yeah,
I do agree
and
with that. So
they
that's,
are all a little different. All of the autoresponders, but just like everything, whether it's an autoresponder or whether it's a graphic design package or whether it's that Craigslist auto poster, whatever it is, there's going to be a learning curve, and a lot of people just get frustrated and never get through it. But at the end of the day, it's just practice, and if you only do stuff once every 6 months, you'll never get good at it. But this kind of thing with the autoresponders, it is good to understand it well enough so that you can create lists and you can create forms whenever you need to. And that is how you do it.
yeah, I will say one more thing. This is the most important thing, Charlie. I always forget it, but you got to know which list you're going to be on. And you forget to look there. And Rob knew exactly when to look when he said that didn't have the right one. It had a default on it.
Yeah,
So
so
that was
when you
perfect.
log in, I think it will go to the most recent list that you were on. But again, that's probably autoresponder dependent. And just make sure that you're working on the right list. But on Aweber and on many of the other autoresponders, you can create a message for one list, and then you can choose to send it to several or any number of the other lists that you have on that autoresponder. So sometimes your messages will be customized. Certainly in the follow-up sequence, it should be as customized as possible to your audience. But then there's going to be the broadcast messages that may be relevant and pertinent to everybody. For example, when you're promoting webinars or you're promoting, once people have been through the whole autoresponder sequence, you may start sending consistent messages. And you can create it under one list and then broadcast it to as many of your lists as you choose to. So with that,
Excellent.
we will say adios. Thank you, Cindy and Charlie. This is the
Thank you, Rob.
Brain Trust community, adding value wherever we can. Over and out.